let's look at the final clip of this season 3 tease.
Are you sure about that?
We can see Daniel lying on the ground after just being flipped by Chozen, and there's a spear on the ground, so Chozen probably just missed him, and obviously it's on purpose because Daniel's not defending himself or moving in any way, so obviously Chozen chose to miss on purpose. Get it? Chozen chose.
Oh, no, you cannot joke about that.
Yeah, that's not funny.
Okay, fine, I'll stop. It really seems as if Chozen is training Daniel in this scene. As you can see, both are in karate gis, and Chozen just misses Daniel with the spear. He's not actually trying to hurt him, but maybe he's trying to teach him a lesson. Maybe they were sparring and Daniel lost, and Chozen decided to give him a little message by throwing the spear right next to his head, pretty much signaling if this was someone else you were fighting who was actually trying to hurt you, you would have lost and you would have probably been killed. But since I'm not actually trying to hurt you, this is just a little message to scare you a bit.
Are you sure about that?
So even if Chozen and Daniel mended their differences, why would they be sparring? Well, I think Chozen is actually training Daniel. For Daniel, the trip to Okinawa is going to be a lot about regaining his balance and finding focus so he can come back home stronger than ever, because in seasons 1 and 2, he's let his hatred for Cobra Kai take over his emotions and his actions. This whole rivalry between Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai and Daniel and Johnny and now the students is something Mr. Miyagi would have never wanted, and now Daniel is finally realizing that. And going to Okinawa will help him understand what his mistakes were and what he can do when he returns to learn from them and become a better person and to help out the people that he cares about. Now, he can't do it on his own. If he could do it on his own, he would have done it by now, but he cannot. And obviously, Mr. Miyagi isn't there for him. He really doesn't have anyone who understands and gets him and gets what he's going through.
He doesn't understand.
So maybe that's where Chozen comes in. And while the two of them didn't have the best of relationships, they still did have a relationship, and they do share a lot of similarities. As both of them studied karate, they had these karate role models in Sato and Miyagi. So maybe when Daniel goes to Okinawa, it's actually Chozen who helps him regain his balance. And just think about how cool that would be, how great of an arc it would be to have Chozen from Karate Kid 2, the evil guy who tried to kill Daniel, now in Cobra Kai almost 30 years later, atoning for his mistakes and redeeming himself by helping Daniel and by training him. So by the time Daniel goes back to his real life in LA, he's ready to help the people that he cares about, and Chozen would be the person to help do this. I don't think we're going to see Chozen after Cobra Kai Season 3. I think Season 3 will be his first and last season, and therefore he needs to have a good arc in this season, and also more importantly, a satisfying conclusion to his whole story from Karate Kid 2 to Cobra Kai. Now, I like to compare it to Rob Garrison's character of Tommy from the Karate Kid and Cobra Kai. In Karate Kid, Tommy was this two-dimensional villain who nobody even cared about, and he was just a typical bad guy, and the only time people cared about him was when he said,
"Get him a body bag! Yeah!" All right. Must be take a worm for a walk week!
Two of my favorite lines from the movies, by the way. But then in Cobra Kai Season 2, they bring him back and really flesh out his character more, and unfortunately Tommy died in the show, but they gave him a satisfying conclusion to his arc in not just that one episode, but his whole story from the Karate Kid. And while I don't think Chozen's gonna die, I don't think we'll be seeing him again in Cobra Kai after Season 3, so I think they're gonna give him the same treatment they did with Tommy by giving him a satisfying conclusion to his whole arc. They're not gonna end it off where he's this evil guy and then Daniel just goes back to LA. By the time Daniel leaves Okinawa and we don't see Chozen anymore in Cobra Kai, he's gonna be a good guy. He's gonna have helped Daniel. He's gonna have helped other people in the village, and I'm telling you, he's gonna be a different character. But the arc from Karate Kid 2 to Cobra Kai is gonna be something really special, and Chozen is gonna end the show as a good guy. Now let's go back and listen to the dialogue. What are they saying in this scene? Well, the first lines come from Daniel, and he says,
Mr. Miyagi treated me like a son. He wouldn't keep any secrets from me.
And then we hear Chozen's voice saying,
Are you sure about that?
So it definitely sounds like Chozen is revealing to Daniel a secret that Mr. Miyagi kept from him. So the big question right now is, what secret could Chozen know about Mr. Miyagi that Daniel never knew? It's obviously something big based on the tone of Daniel's voice when he hears the news. Just listen to the tone of his voice. He sounds very angry at first, but then he sounds very hurt and confused.
Mr. Miyagi treated me like a son. He wouldn't keep any secrets from me.
When Daniel's saying that Mr. Miyagi wouldn't keep any secrets from him, he's almost asking it because he can't even believe it. It's almost like he does know that Mr. Miyagi kept this secret from him. He does believe it, but he doesn't want to. But if I had to guess, I think it's something new that happened in between Karate Kid 2 and when Mr. Miyagi died. Maybe Mr. Miyagi went back to Okinawa and had some sort of interaction with Chozen and never told Daniel about it. Maybe Mr. Miyagi was training Chozen, but I'm just hoping Mr. Miyagi doesn't become a shady guy who's doing all this bad stuff, because whatever secret he's keeping, it's definitely a big deal to Daniel and Chozen.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
And if you want further confirmation that this is Chozen, let's look at the end of this trailer. Listen very closely to the noise that's playing once the trailer ends. Now those drums sound a lot like these drums that were heard in the Karate Kid 2 at the end when Daniel was sparring against Chozen. So that's just further confirmation that this is Chozen. I don't think it really comes as much of a surprise because Daniel is going back to Okinawa, and the actor of Chozen has been doing some videos Karate Kid related over the past couple years, and because his character is in Okinawa and is still alive, it makes sense for him to return.
Pull that shirt off, you hold it in your hand, you look and you say, you keep for your collection. I know you like it.
And as for Cobra Kai Season 3 being released in 2021, I know it sucks. But hopefully we'll get some more teases and little clips like this until we get the actual official trailer and then eventually the whole Season 3. And as for the Season 1 and 2 trailer, it was absolutely epic. Sure, we've already seen Seasons 1 and 2, but the music in that trailer and the footage, the way they arranged it and showed the flashbacks from the original Karate Kid movies to the Cobra Kai series was done beautifully. And you can really tell that Netflix is putting a lot into this show. So I thought that trailer was absolutely beautiful, and I am so glad they included that little sneak peek of Season 3 at the end for us original fans. Not to mention that epic version of You're the Best Around playing in the background, that gave me literal chills. The Season 1 and 2 trailers for all the newbies out there who haven't watched Cobra Kai, but Netflix decided to give us this little sneak peek of Season 3 because they know we've been waiting a while for it. This was epic. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel and drop a like. Turn on all notifications to never miss a video. Share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time on Cobra Kai Kid. And remember, Cobra Kai never dies.
Mr. Miyagi treated me like a son. He wouldn't keep any secrets from me.
Are you sure about that?